Hey there, welcome to Hobby Crochet Club. Today I'm going to show you how I crochet this beautiful cardigan. To crochet this cardigan, I used few different shades of blue and white color. And I'm going to tell you how to change the size of this cardigan so you can change it into any size easily. So let's get into it. Here I'm using medium weight yarn with 5mm crochet hook. So to get started, let's make a magic ring. Then we are going to work chain 3, count as our first double crochet stitch. Then 2 more double crochets into the magic ring. One and 2. So here we have 3 double crochets. Then we are going to work chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3. Again chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So we're going to repeat this until we have 6 sets of 3 double crochets. So here we have 3 sets and we have to work 3 more sets. So 3 double crochet, separate with chain 2. One, two, three, four, 5, and this is the last set. So okay, so we have 6 sets. Now here I'm going to work chain 2 and we are going to slip stitch into the third chain here. So before that I'm going to pull this tail to close the magic ring. Then work a single crochet into the third chain. To begin the next row, we have to reach to the chain 2 space here. So I'm gonna work slip stitches into the next 2 stitches and a slip stitch into this chain 2 space. So let's begin row 2. To begin row 2, we are going to work chain 3, count as our first double crochet stitch, then 2 more double crochets into the same space. 1 and 2. Then we are going to work chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same chain 2 space. So we have 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. Okay, so here is it, and work a chain 1 and move into the next chain 2 space, and we are going to repeat the same thing. So work 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets in that same chain 2 space. Then chain 1, and we are going to repeat this all around. So in the next chain 2 space we are going to do the same thing as we did before. So just work 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets, and I'll be back when I'm done this round. So at the end here we are going to work chain 1 and a slip stitch into the third chain. Then slip stitch into the next double crochet and slip stitch into the next one. Also slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Then let's begin row 3. To begin row 3, work chain 3, count as our first double crochet stitch. Then 2 more doubles in the same space. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets in the same space. 1, 2, 3. So here again we have 3 doubles, chain 2 and 3 doubles. Then work chain 1 and move into the next space. So here we have chain 1 space. So into that chain 1 space we are going to work 3 double crochets. So here I did my chain 1, then yarn over and work 1, 2, 3. Then again we are going to move into our chain 2 space here. So work chain 1 and into that chain 2 space we are going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So here is 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. So we are going to repeat this around. So when you reach to the chain 1 space, you're gonna work 3 double crochets, and into the chain 2 space you have to work 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So in here we have worked chain 1 for the separation In here also chain 1 for the separation, and in here we have work chain 2. So in the chain 2 space you have to work chain 2 for the separation. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat this around and I'll be back when I'm done this row. So here I'm back at the end of round 3. We are going to work chain 1 and a slip stitch into the third chain, then slip stitch into the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch, and we have to slip stitch into the chain 2 space here. But before that I'm gonna change my yarn color. So I'm gonna grab my white yarn here and let's join the white yarn here. So with this loop on my hook, I'm gonna insert my hook into the chain 2 space and yarn over with the white yarn and bring it through this loop, just like that. Okay, then we can trim this yarn and work chain 3 with our new yarn. Then we are going to repeat round 3 for the round 4. So round 4 is similar to round 3. So work 2 double crochets in the same space. So we have 3 doubles, then chain 2 and 3 more doubles in the same space. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 1, and here we have chain 1 space. So as we know, in the chain 1 space we have to work 3 double crochets. Then again chain 1, and here again we have another chain 1 space. So into that space we are going to work 3 double crochets as well. Then we have reached to our chain 2 space here. So work chain 1 and 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets into that chain 2 space. So as you can see, we are doing the same thing as we did on our round 3. So this is our round 4. Starting from round 4 to round 15, I'm going to repeat round 3. So total of 12 rounds. I will repeat round 3. Okay, so starting from round 4 to 15, total of 12 rounds. And then here I'm going to show you my finished piece. This one here is my finished piece. So let me show you the color changes that I did. So this is where I begin my work. And this is the new piece, so as you can see it's going to be like this. So this is the place we begin our work. Okay, so then when I done 3 rounds with this navy blue color, I have moved to white color and continue work with color changes until I reach to round 15. So as you can see, round 4 and 5 I did with white yarn, 6, 7 with this gray yarn, and then again with white and with baby blue, and all the way like this I have reached to round 15. This is round 15, so count from here. Let me show you. So here, as you know, we have 3 rounds, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. Okay, so this is the color changes I did, and you can work it with a single color if you prefer, or you can do your preference and choose your colors that you like and design it as you like. So I'm gonna continue my work until I reach to round 15, then I'll be back. Okay, so here I'm back after row 14. So here is how it's look like now. And when you done your row 14, here at the end of row 14, we are going to work 1 slip stitch into that chain 2 space here, and put through the yarn, and you can trim the yarn off. So we are done with row 14 from here. So now we are going to begin with row 15. So to begin row 15, I'm going to join my white yarn into here. So in that case, just grab your white yarn or whatever color that you are working with. Insert your hook into that chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through. Pull this tail to make it tight, and I'm gonna work 2 more chains here. Then continue work 2 more double crochets into the same space. So here is 1, and 2. So that's it for this chain 2 space, and we are going to continue work all the way from here. So chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the next chain space, and again chain 1 and 3 double crochet in the next chain space, and we are going to continue repeat this around as we did before. So when you come to the chain 2 space here, you have to work 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet, and all the way to the next corner and repeat the same thing. So continue work around until you reach back to this corner. So this is where you begin your work, and when you reach to this corner you have to stop your work. And I'm gonna work around and I'll be back when I reach to this corner. So we are not going to work on this side. That's why here we did just 3 double crochets in this corner. So continue work around until you reach to this corner. Okay, so now here is what I have. I work all the way around like this and until I reach to here. So now we are going to work on this way. So before that we are going to fold our work and create the sleeve part. So this is gonna be the sleeve and this is the front of the cardigan and this is gonna be the back. Okay, so fold it this way. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you how to work on different sizes. So now as for my piece here, this is gonna be the sleeve part. So this is enough size to fit for me. So let me show you how to work on different sizes. You can just grab here and use some stitch markers to pin them together just like this, and so once you pin it like this, you can insert your arm and try to fit on and see if it's fit for your arm or not. So if it's fit, and we can continue work, and if it's not fit for you, you can work more rounds as we did previously. So you have to repeat the same pattern and continue until you get the size for you to fit your arm. So this is the way you can test it on your arm. So now this is fit for me, so I'm gonna continue work the rest of my work. Okay, so let's continue our work from here. So here I have worked 3 double crochets into this chain 2 space, and now I'm gonna work chain 1 and grab the other side here and insert your hook into the chain 2 space just like this, and grab this yarn, bring it through. So here we have a slip stitch. Then we are going to yarn over and insert your hook into the same chain 2 space here and work 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. So this is how it's look now. And now we have to insert our hook into the next chain 1 space here on this side. So I'm gonna insert just this way and grab the yarn, bring it through, make a slip stitch. Okay, then yarn over and insert your hook into the next chain 1 space here on this side and work 3 double crochets. So here is 1, 2 and 3. Okay, again we are going to insert our hook into the next chain space on this side. So insert your hook this way and grab the yarn, bring it through, then yarn over and work 3 double crochets in the next chain space. Again insert your hook into the next chain space here, grab your yarn, bring it through, then work 3 double crochets into the next chain space. So I will show you the result from here. So this is how it's gonna look like. And if you don't like it like this, you can just work with your yarn needle and weave it all the way down. So if you're gonna do with yarn needle, you have to work this side also. So you have to work the whole thing around. So continue work with white color until you reach to here. Then you can join it with yarn needle. So you can weave both sides together all the way down until you reach to here. So as for me, I just going to work it this way. So when you're done it with this way, this is how it's gonna look like. And let me show you on the other piece here. This is the one that I already done. Okay, so here, this is how it's look. If you work it as I did, okay, so I'm gonna continue and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so here I'm back. I have worked all the way till the end here. So now I have to work my last 3 double crochets here into this chain 2 space. So I'm gonna yarn over and work 1, 2 and 3 doubles. Then insert your hook into the chain 2 space on the other side here, just on top like this, and grab your yarn and bring it through to make a slip stitch. Then work chain 2, 1, 2 and slip stitch into the third chain here. Okay, so here we are done with this part here. So now I'm going to work a slip stitch into the next stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. Then I can trim the yarn from here. So here I'm done working with this white yarn. Now we are going to join our next color yarn into this side. So this is the sleeve. So we are going to continue work our sleeve. So here you can join your yarn into any stitch. So I just grab my next color yarn here and make a slip knot. Then insert your hook into any chain stitch, just like this, and so I will join it into here. So insert your hook into any stitch, yarn over, pull through and make a slip stitch here, and pull this tail to make it tight. Then we are going to work chain 3 and 2 double crochet in the same space. Then chain 1 and work 3 double crochets into the next chain space. Again chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the next chain space. So we are going to do this until we get the length for our sleeve. So you can continue until you get your sleeve length. Then I will be back and show you how to work on the cuff. So let me show you here. The piece I already done. So this is here we are now. So as I join my royal blue color here, I have continued work my sleeve all the way to here. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So I have done 16 rows to get the sleeve length. Then here I did the cuff. So now I'm gonna continue and work these 16 rows, then I'll be back. Okay, so here I'm back after working my 16 rows for the sleeve. So this is how it's look now, and let me show you here. So this is the joining part, and here as you can see I have worked 3 double crochets in this corner and 3 double crochet in this corner, and continue my work around until I get total of 16 rows. Okay, so now we are done for this part, and let's move on to the cuff. So for that I'm gonna switch my crochet hook. So this is 4mm crochet hook. So earlier I was working with 5mm. Now I'm gonna switch to 4mm. And here I'm gonna insert my hook into the chain 1 space and work a slip stitch, then chain 1 and 1 single crochet in the same stitch. So insert your hook in the same space and work one single crochet. Then we are going to skip the next stitch here and work one single crochet into the next stitch. So skip one and one single crochet. You can place a stitch marker here. Into your first single crochet stitch. Then again skip the next stitch and one single crochet into the next stitch here, which is the chain stitch. Skip the next stitch and one single crochet. So we are going to continue repeat this around. Okay, so here I'm done working one single crochet around the cuff. So this is how it's look, and I have total of 32 single crochets around. So if you follow me along, you will have 32 single crochets. Now I'm gonna remove this stitch marker and grab my navy blue color yarn, and I'm gonna join it into here. So insert my hook into the first single crochet stitch and grab this new yarn, bring it through all the loops on my hook, and we are done working with white yarn. So I'm gonna trim it off here. So now here we are going to start working the cuff. So let me show you the other sleeve here. So this is how it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna work 15 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 and 15. Then starting from the second chain, I'm gonna work single crochets all the way down. So skip the first chain here and insert your hook into the second chain and work a single crochet and one single crochet into every stitch. Okay, so now here I have 14 single crochets. Then now I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch here. So this is the stitch that I work my chains. So skip that stitch and insert your hook into the next stitch here and work a slip stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. Then we are going to turn our work this way and we are going to continue our work all the way to top again. So we are going to work 14 single crochets into back loops only this time. So starting from here we are only going to work into back loops. So This is the first stitch, this round, so do not make mistakes. Here we have the slip stitches and we are not working into that 2 stitches here. Insert your hook into the first stitch on this row, insert into back loop and work a single crochet. Then we are going to continue work single crochets all the way to the top. So we will have total of 14 single crochets. So here I have reached to the top. Now I'm going to work chain 1 and turn my work. Then again I'm going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch back loop. So just here I'm going to insert into back loop and work a single crochet. Then 1 single crochet into every stitch back loop all the way down. So I have reached down here. So make sure to count your stitches always, and I always do, so I won't make any mistakes. Then here again we are going to work 1 slip stitch into the next stitch. So here, this one, work 1 slip stitch and into the next stitch a slip stitch. So we have 2 slip stitches. Then turn your work again and work single crochets all the way to the top. Remember to work only into back loops. So this is what we are going to repeat all around the calf, and we will get this look. Okay, so here I'm done working this part. Now this is how it looks, so we are going to join it here. So for that I'm going to turn my work inside out. Okay, so now we are going to join these 2 sides together. So you can use your yarn needle to weave it all the way down, and I'm going to use my crochet hook and work slip stitches to join it. So here my hook is on this side and I'm going to insert it into the other side here and work a slip stitch. Then again I'm going to insert it into the next stitch on the same side here, and at the same time onto the other side, just like this, and grab your yarn and bring it through, make a slip stitch. Again into the next stitch on both sides, yarn over and pull through. Continue all the way down. And when you're done, you can cut your yarn and weave the yarn ends at the end here. So here we are done with the cuff, and now we are going to move on to the front and back part. So this is the front and this is the back panel. So I'm gonna join my yarn into this corner. So this is the back panel, and I will join my yarn into this corner and continue work around. So we are going to work around like this all the way to the shoulder here and all the way down, and on the bottom here back to the starting point. So we will continue work around like this until we get the size for our cardigan. So let me show you here my completed piece. So this one here, as you can see, I have worked 8 rows starting from here. So now we are at this white row here. After the navy blue, here is the white row. So we are here now, and I have worked 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 rows. Okay, so let's join the yarn. You can join it into any corner. So here again I'm using 5mm crochet hook, and make a slip knot with your yarn. And here join your yarn and work chain 3. Then we are going to work 2 double crochets in the same space. 1 and 2. Then chain 2 and 3 more double crochets in the same space. Then chain 1, move into the next chain space here and work 3 double crochets. So I'm gonna continue repeat this until I get 8 rows, total of 8 rows. Then I'll be back and show you the rest. So here we are, and now I have both sides ready. So this is one piece and here is the other one. So now we are going to join them together on the back. So let's open it this way. So this is the front side here, and I'm gonna join them on the back, so this way. So this is the inside, or we can say it's the wrong side. So we are going to join them on wrong side. So when you reach to here, you have to fold it nice and neat, just this way. And make sure you count your stitches right and join them in the center. Okay, so this is the front opening. So this is the bottom part. Let's start from the bottom. Join all the way till we reach to here. Okay. So make sure you count your stitches and place your last stitch marker on top here. So here is the bottom of my cardigan on wrong side, and now remove this stitch marker. So here we have the chain 2 space on this side, and we also have it on this side. So I'm going to insert my hook into the second chain here. So this is chain 1 and chain 2. So into that chain 2, insert my hook into back loop only. On the other side, find the same stitch here. So this is chain 1 and chain 2. Just insert the loop towards you, and I'm going to grab my white yarn, bring it through. So here I'm using 4mm crochet hook. Insert into the next stitch back loop, and on the other side here, yarn over, pull through all the loops. So here we are doing slip stitches. In the next stitch back loop, and grab your yarn and bring it through. So I'm gonna continue this way till I reach to the top of my work. So let me do a couple of stitches and show it to you on the right side of my work. So this is how it's gonna look on inside of your cardigan, or we could say on the wrong side, and turn it this way. So this is the right side of my cardigan, and this is how it's gonna look on the right side. Okay, so I'm gonna continue until I reach to the top here, and I'll be back when I reach here. So here I'm almost there now. Just the last couple of stitches here. And I'm gonna remove the stitch marker. Then this is gonna be my last stitch. So once you're done with your last stitch, you can trim your yarn and pull it off. Then you can weave the yarn end here. So leave kind of long tail, so you can weave it to make it secure. So just let me show you. So this is the front of my cardigan. This is the front opening, and let's go to the bottom here. This is how it's look, and turn around. This is the right side, and this is how it's look. Here is the joining all the way to bottom here. And now if you need your cardigan to be more longer on the bottom here, you can work more rounds on here. So starting from this corner, you can work all the way to here and continue work around the bottom until you get the desired length for your cardigan. But for me this is enough, so I'm not going to work any more rounds on the bottom part. And now I'm going to show you how to work on the ribbing part for the front opening and for the bottom. So let's start from bottom part. So let's start from the bottom. Make sure you are on your right side of your cardigan. So this is the front opening. So I'm gonna grab this corner and join my yarn into this corner. Then work all the way around and come back to this corner. So let's join our white yarn here. I'm going to insert my hook into this corner and grab the yarn, bring it through and chain 1. Then we are going to work 1 single crochet in the same space here. Then 1 single crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So I'm going to continue work 1 single crochets into every stitch around. So when I reach to the chain 1 space here, I'm gonna skip that chain 1 space. So I will just work one single crochet into every double crochet stitch instead of working into this chain space here. But if you prefer to work into all the stitches around, you can work into this chain space as well. But I'm not going to work into that chain 1 space, so move to the next double crochet stitch and work a single crochet, then continue with my single crochets. So I'll be back when I'm done working single crochets around the bottom border. So I have reached to the end, and this is my last stitch. So once I'm done working single crochets around, I'm going to trim the white yarn. So I'm done working with white yarn, and then I'm going to join the navy blue color yarn again for the ribbing. So the ribbing part, I'm going to work the same way as I did on here. So let's join our yarn here. So I'm going to make a slip knot on my yarn. Insert it into the very first stitch here, the single crochet stitch that we just did. So make sure you are on your right side of your work. Yarn over, pull through and secure your yarn here. Then I'm going to work chain 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Chain 11. Insert your hook into the second chain from the hook and work a single crochet. One single crochet into the next chain and every chain stitch across. So you will have total of 10 single crochets. So here I have my 10 single crochets. Then I'm going to work a slip stitch into the next stitch here. And again a slip stitch into the next stitch. Then I will turn my work a little here. Then as you know, we are going to work single crochets onto the top here. So one single crochet into every stitch. So make sure you are working only into back loops. So one single crochet into every stitch back loop. Then here I'm going to work chain 1 and one single crochet into the first stitch back loop here, and continue work single crochets all the way down. So this is how we are going to work around, and I'll be back when I'm done working the waistband. So once we're done with the bottom ribbing, we are going to move on working around the front opening. So here I'm going to continue with the single crochets. Chain 1 and 1 single crochet into every stitch until we reach to here. Then here we are going to work a single crochet in this space and a single crochet into the double crochet stitch here. So I'm going to skip this space here and work a single crochet into the double crochet stitch. Then 1 single crochet in the next double crochet stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch and skip the chain space here and 1 single crochet in the next double crochet stitch. So I'm going to repeat this all around the front opening. So here I'm at this joining line. So once I reach here, as you can see, I have the chain space here. So I will work a single crochet into that chain space here. So then on the other side here also I have the chain space and work a single crochet there. Then continue work as usual. Just work into double crochets only. So skip the chain space. So has reached all the way down here, and now I'm going to work chain 6, 4, 5, 6. So for the front ribbing, I'm going to work 5 single crochet row, so it will be smaller than this one here. Here we have 10 stitches and now I'm going to work only 5 stitches. So here is chain 6 and work 1 single crochet into the back loop of the second chain. Continue work single crochets. are going to work 2 slip stitches. So this is the stitch that I work the chain, so skip that and insert into the next stitch and work a slip stitch and a slip stitch into the next stitch. Then continue with single crochets into back loop only. Chain 1 and turn. So continue work same as we did on the bottom ribbing, and I'll be back when I'm done working all around the front opening. As you can see here, I'm at the end of my work. I only have left 1 stitch here. So I'm going to slip stitch into that last stitch to finish my work. So this is how it's going to look. So now you can trim your yarn and let's weave the yarn ends. And that's it. So finally we are done with our cardigan, and let me show you the final look. So here is the finished piece, and I hope you guys like it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive notifications for my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.